Hello, my fellow individuals. I am Mr. Mini Mask Man here, and today I'm going to react to Cult of Chucky, the teaser trailer. Now, obviously, if you've not seen this teaser yet, then please don't watch this video, this reaction slash discussion, until you watch the teaser first. Right down below in the description box. So, another Chucky movie coming up. Now, I remember after Curse of Chucky, they were going to make, more movies from that point on. Now, what I'm kind of liking, at least with this, is that we're kind of getting back into that true horror slasher film that the Chucky movies used to be, specifically the first three. Some people argue the first two, but the first three technically. Before Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky, where it was more in that comical side than horror. It was more gore and comedy. It's like comedy gore instead of horror and somewhat of gore. But yeah, so now I assume we're getting back to that seriousness again. After the Curse of Chucky came out, when I saw that, I thought it was a decent way to start. Not the best thing out there for sure. It's not best, but I don't know. I wouldn't call it terrible either. I didn't think it was a full waste of time, to be honest with you. I thought it was actually okay. It was actually okay to kind of get things rolling back in the Chucky saga again. So, at least for me, I prefer that one than the Bride of Chucky and the Seed of Chucky. But, obviously, the people that love Bride and Seed more than the first three is because they kind of like that more comedy side that they were aiming for. It's that more comedy side of Chucky, while still being, a killer doll. With Tiffany, involved. So, for this, I kind of like that they're kind of going back with this again, because, if Chucky was continuing the same path from Bride and Seed, from those two movies, I actually would not be interested unless I would, but I wouldn't expect to take it so seriously. Just something more, just more laid back and just have a good laugh, basically. But, without further ado, let me just watch the teaser first, and then then from there, I guess I'll discuss a little bit more. So, without further ado, let's watch this right now. $30 years, wow, that's been a while. The good guy dolls. So classic laugh.
Just like the good old days. Long time no see.
Andy.
Learn from the master.
That's when it started changing from there.
Yes. A true classic never goes out of style. See you real soon.
Okay, so no new clips. Those are just all clips of the previous films, but interesting. So it's not really, at least as far as I've seen, no new clips yet. It was just nothing but reliving. It's like we're reliving through those films again from the first six. Because they just show itty bitty bits apart at the very end of the recent one, the Curse of Chucky. So, okay. So I assume we'll wait until the actual, more legitimate trailer with the new footage comes up. Now the question is this going to be a theater or straight to DVD thing again, like with Curse of Chucky? Curse of Chucky is just straight to DVD or digital download, whatever. It didn't hit theaters because I guess people just got, they got tired of Chucky. They didn't want to deal with it anymore. It's not as big as it used to be. Because of the reputation from Bride and Seed, they kind of saw it was going in that direction, that they didn't take it seriously. They thought it was more of a joke, honestly. But I kind of like it. I'm kind of glad they're going back to this seriousness again. The true essence of Chucky, what it used to be on the first three Child's Play films. Because, when I was a kid, Chucky was the thing that scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. My aunt, she had a Chucky doll. And she used to scare me and my family, my little cousins or whatever, with it. And I was terrified. I think I was the one terrified the most out of that one. almost, not really, but almost into that traumatization during that time. Until eventually, I guess with the help of my mom, to try to break that fear, to say, it's just a toy. Because, if I see the toy as itself as seeing the film, I probably wouldn't have gotten scared. I think it was because when I saw the film, once I saw the film, then the fear came in when I saw the dolls and the VHS covers. Back then with VHSs, VHS covers with Chucky's face in there, and it was just, it did terrify me from there. I will admit, and I think most of us did, or most of us are not, maybe not Chucky, but afraid of just dolls in general. For that film being one of the reasons during that time. What was it, the late 80s, 87, right? Yeah, because 30 years, so 1987 is when the first one came out. So, geez, that's been a while. That's been a long time. Oh, man. But, yeah, so I'm kind of glad they're going back with this again. Well, hopefully it gets better as it goes. I don't... It's kind of like I'm kind of thinking, do I want to see the whole cliche thing again with these horror slasher films? But the thing is with Chucky, he has some personality where it makes it different. For every of these well-known iconic horror icons, like, you got Freddy. Freddy got more comical as the movies progress, so... But Freddy has his weird, sick sense of humor that you laugh. You don't take, you took him seriously in the beginning, but eventually, you kind of like just laugh with him and join him while he kill all these teens and kids or whatever. But just for example, Freddy has his own thing. Jason has his own thing, Michael Myers has his own thing. So they each have these different personalities, them, Leatherface, what's it called? Pinhead, and... Man, I guess they can throw in Leprechaun, but he's more of the cult classics type. But anyways, you know what I'm talking about, etc. So, what I was just pointing out, so Chucky has his own personality with these. Even if you throw him in a cliche little slasher film, he kind of gives that Chucky personality, the iconic laughs, his yells, some of his lines, and then his main plot of almost all the movies is to get into a human body, just to switch out and continue living his life as a serial killer, and just constantly move, from life to another body, to another body, to another body. Once it gets older, if he's dying, just like in the first film, he transferred himself as a doll, his soul. But what he did not know was that once he stays too long in the doll, it becomes more human-like. So it's kind of like, what's the point? I could still get killed, I could still feel pain, I could still bleed. So what's the point of becoming a doll? I'd rather become human again and continue my killings than just remain as this tiny doll, But I think I remember in Seed of Chucky, at the very end, he actually did not want to become human anymore. Yeah, I remember at the very end he did not want to become human because he built that reputation as being Chucky, the serial killer, the doll. So he kind of stuck with that reputation. He says, as you think, he's like, now that you think about it, when you're human, you get old, you have kids, you have to deal with all that stuff, and it's annoying. It got through his head, so... But I can't remember in Curse of Chucky if he still wanted to do that. I think it was more of a revenge, actually, on the Curse of Chucky. It's more revenge. Killing all the family of the ones that I think that caused him. Because I remember they changed a little bit the story. They kind of twisted it a little bit, connecting the Child's Play movies to this one, to the new ones that are coming out. So there was a reason why he ran away from the police were after him and all that because of this family that I remember that, especially I think it was the woman, the mother of the protagonist, that he was in love with her and all that, but she, I guess, rejected him and all, and he got pissed over and he... Chucky being Chucky, police after him, and then, that's where Child's Play, the first one, began, all the way to the fifth. And then, it reverts back to Curse of Chucky. So, I think that was, I think if I recall, that was just the, now that I think about it, God, I gotta see that movie again. I can't remember if he still wanted to do his old thing where he switches his body with a kid. Because I think that's what I kind of saw. I remember at the end, they mail him to a little girl. Tiffany. Yeah, I remember Tiffany's still involved. Tiffany's now human. She's not a doll anymore because she transmuted herself in the fifth film. with Glenn and Glenda, you know, that split situation. But so it's all the movies are still canon, I assume. So and then with Andy, I thought that was the best cameo. The Curse of Chucky. Actually, that was for me my favorite part of the whole movie. Is just that cameo of Andy. He gets the shotgun. He already expected him and shoots him again. But I think I heard we're gonna get Andy again back. Now one of the questions is this gonna continue on with the girl, the protagonist in Curse of Chucky, in the sixth film. You know, they framed her. Chucky framed her that she murdered the family and everyone at that house, and I forgot she was going to jail or through a mental hospital. I can't remember. I think it was a mental hospital because she was saying that it was Chucky the doll, so they thought she was crazy. They sent her there. So maybe she's coming back, you know, to prove her innocence. Chucky's going to continue doing things. You know, Chucky being Chucky again. But the thing is, though, if he wants to revert back to human, why did he change his mind all of a sudden again? So I think I got to see that film one more time because that's the one that I least remember out of the six. That's the one that I least remember because I only watched it one time, so I can't remember if that's what he wanted or he just wanted revenge. Period. So, but we'll see. I guess we'll wait until like an official Cult of Chucky trailer comes out. Obviously, it's coming out this year, so the movie is coming out. One of the horror films to look forward to for 2017. I know it's kind of hard for modern day horror movies to get into because you're kind of like same thing, same cliches. So that's the sad part about majority of horror movies coming out, unless you got the ones that got their recognition, like the Ring movies, the Blair Witch movies, and then also your well-known slasher movies, the Texas Chainsaw movies, Chucky movies, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween. Oh yeah, Jeepers Creepers, and then that's the other one coming up, and now we got The Conjuring, another Annabelle film, The Ring, the third Rings movie, so we got that one coming out. So there's still quite a bit out there from that, so I have some small hope. I slightly regained hope again in modern day American horror films after I've seen The Conjuring 2 recently, so I actually enjoyed that one. I actually did like it. I thought it was actually well done. Might not have been like scary. It's kind of hard, at least for me personally, to get scared of horror films these days, but as long as there's a good story and a good build-up and everything and good characters and all that, which is very difficult to pull off for some reason in horror films, I would still consider it a good movie. It's like saying, I liked it anyways. It had horror elements and all that, but I still enjoyed it, so I enjoyed that one. Lights Out was that I actually kind of like that one because the setting was a bit different. The characters didn't feel flat out, stupid like most of the horror, these characters that you see in the modern day horror movies making the really most stupid decisions ever, almost unrealistically stupid is what I'm saying. And that Lights Out is not really, maybe a little bit from one character, but one character maybe somewhat of the police, but that was about it though. And it was a bit, they do a tad bit different in that film, and then there are some interesting characters with real life issues that you could connect that some people have, with divorced parents and issues with mental health and all that. So that's why I kind of like that movie, because there is some relation, is doing something different, with the story, with the characters, and a slightly bit more realistic at least. So that's why I kind of like that one. And Don't Breathe, it's not really horror, it's more of a thriller, but I like that one too, because it did have that suspense almost throughout the film, So it was slightly, those three movies slightly brought up my hope for modern day American horror films. So with Cult of Chucky, just to kind of wrap this up, because I'm actually taking way longer than I thought, I'm hoping it continues that momentum. Like I said, the Curse of Chucky was okay. For me, I thought it was okay. Some people just didn't flat out like it at all, but I actually thought it was okay. It was a decent way to start, to slowly go back to the good old days of the Child's Play films. So hopefully Cult of Chucky will continue that momentum and get better as it goes. I hope so. But I think that's all I gotta say, so thank you guys for watching, and if you like the video, you know what to do. And as I always say to everyone here, I hope you guys have a nice day.